It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Vikings and the Jets on EA Sports.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. On 1st and 10, Gibson. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Gibson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw. Gibson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. He's going to keep this again. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Out to his left. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
It's complete to Cook. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 36 yards. First and goal at the 1. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And a pass complete here to Sanders. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And complete right side to Cook. And one more time. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he spins through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. That gets him a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Gibson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes it...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Gibson steps away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw. Gibson. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play...
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 2nd quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Off play action. Gibson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their... Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is... Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings add on. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Gibson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it as this season has gone.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Cook now off the read option. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He'll buy some time right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, Gibson. Spins by, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this